Hello and welcome to the session. In the last session, we discussed the importance of talking in English, interacting in English right from the start. And then two of our learned participants also presented spontaneous speeches. And the topics that I gave them to speak on yesterday were rather complicated, difficult topics, somewhat fanciful topics, something that you can call out of the way. And yet they did very well. That shows their confidence levels. Now, even if you feel that you are unable to deliver a speech on a subject that you are not comfortable with, you have to speak. And if you can't speak still, then you have to keep saying, nothing is striking me, 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 till some idea strikes you. Now, why am I telling you this? This is something I have already spoken about earlier. Please understand that while attempting spontaneous speech on a subject, it is better to say nothing is striking me for 6 minutes rather than not making an attempt to speak. Let's repeat. When you are doing a spontaneous speech and you are not comfortable with the topic, despite your best efforts, you feel that you are falling short of words and sentences and paragraphs, your verbal mechanism is just not getting along. It is just not finding the rhythm that you need to speak on that subject. It is at that point of time that you need to gather yourself together and just say, nothing is striking me, confidently for 6 minutes. That's all you need to do. You give me a topic, if I'm not comfortable with it, I'll say, nothing is striking me, 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 nothing is striking me. Well, I will explode your eardrums, but I'll not stop speaking. I'll keep speaking and speaking and speaking and speaking and speaking. Well, for the Indian movie viewers, if that kind of brings memories of a dialogue from a particular popular movie, then you know that was not my intention. All right, so today what are we going to do? We are going to talk about the importance of coterie talk, and we will also be watching some humatar conversations so that we understand the nuances of model conversation. I have already said this in the earlier sessions, but I guess it's important to repeat, and it is not just in this session that I'm repeating what I said earlier. I'll be saying this thing. I'll be repeating this time and again, because it's very important for you to understand that when you are talking, we have a full class on listening skills that we'll do later. But right now, what is important for you to understand is a meaningful conversation can ensue only when you are willing to listen to the ones who are saying things to you. That is the speakers. If you are not paying attention to what the speakers are saying, then you cannot have a meaningful conversation. It is important to listen. We talk about active listening. We'll talk about active listening later, and I'll tell you what are the ways in which you can improve your listening skills. Those of you who have done live classes with me have some idea as to what is active listening, what is high focus listening. We'll talk about all that later. But right now, with all the talents that you have at your disposal already, sorry, you must focus on what is being spoken to you. listen intently. Listen. If you do not listen, you cannot speak properly. In fact, when you listen, what you do is you do not expose yourself. Probably you have frailties in your speech, weaknesses. Maybe you are not good enough with a subject, and that subject is being talked about, that is being discussed by the people around you. Now, when you speak less, you stop short of exposing those weaknesses. That's a very important thing to do. You obviously do not want to show your weaknesses, show your ignorance. So speak less and listen more. And when you have to speak, speak substance. If some of you are thinking, why am I repeating this stuff? Well, I will repeat this. Because even expert speakers, sometimes even pro speakers, make the mistake of speaking too much. Do not speak too much. Speak less, speak substance. Now, in the humatar conversations that we are going to watch today, what do you need to look at? What are the areas that you need to focus on? You have to listen to them properly, how they speak. Please note that when these humatars, these animated characters speak, and these are model conversations that I have made for you, they speak every word with clarity. If you are speaking a word, if you're saying a word, that must act like an island. That must have a unique presence. That word which you are presently saying, speaking, must not overlap with the next word. So every word must be spoken distinctly. Excuse me. Every word has to be spoken distinctly. Please do not make one word overlap with the next word. When you do that, it becomes difficult for the listeners to understand what you are saying. For example, if I say, for example, you will know what I'm saying. But if I say, for example, for and example have gotten mixed. For example, people might not understand. For example is more understandable, more digestible. Why? Because for and example have been spoken separately. Right? For example, if you say, I'm eating food. I'm eating food. What are you doing, Archana? I'm eating my food. I'm eating my food. That is one way of responding. I'm eating my food. Right? Fast. Words mixed together. One word overlapping with the next. What are you doing, Archana? I am eating my food. That sounds better. That is more understandable because each word has been spoken in a manner so as to make every word an island. Every word must have its own existence, own unique existence, separate from every other word spoken. In order to achieve that kind of clarity in speech, you must speak slowly. Some people are of the view that when you speak English very fast, you actually demonstrate your command over the language. Well, that's not how it works. You can speak very fast and in a manner that people will not get to understand what you're saying. You probably will be talking about science, and they'll think that you're talking about humanities, and that kind of fast speech can probably give you some amount of satisfaction, but that's going to be very irritating for the listeners. That's not how you speak, my dear. You have to speak slowly. I just demonstrated what bad speech is. Maybe that part, the part that I spoke, is grammatically acceptable. But that is not good speech. Of what use is talking if your words are not understandable to the listeners? You sound professional. You sound like a champion speaker when you speak slowly. What does speaking slowly do to your speech? It makes you more understandable. It makes you speak every word with clarity. Every word has its own separate world. Every word is spoken separate from every other word. And when you speak like this, you sound professional. You do not sound professional when you speak very fast. Speaking very fast is a very bad thing to do. Maybe it gives you satisfaction that your listeners will be in real trouble. No, that's not how you speak. You have to speak with clarity. Speak every word in a way so that every word has space. One word must be spoken, followed by some space, then speak the next word. Follow the scheme of writing in speaking as well. If you can follow the scheme of writing in speaking, then you will be much appreciated for the clarity of your language. And a day will come when you will be so proficient with the language, so proficient with English, that even if you speak fast, the words will be separate from one another. That is the beauty. But even then, when you achieve that kind of competence, I'll still advise you not to speak fast. You are not here to demonstrate your bombastic English. You are here to sound lucid, pleasant, respectful, and completely in command of the language that you are speaking. That is why you are here. Not to make a show of your language, but to respectfully offer what you have to offer. Great language, musical language. Your words must flow like a rivulet of nectar. Well, yes, I know you have heard me say so before, but I'll keep saying certain things again and again. I'll repeat them because they are important for you to imbibe. With that said, let's say hello to our learned participants. I cannot say hello to all of them, but to some of them, yes, right? And thereafter, we will watch some humatar conversations. What are the learned participants going to take notice of today? And if you are watching this as a YouTube video, then what should you be focusing on? Please focus on the speech pattern. Every humatar says every word with distinctness, with clarity, and they speak slowly. Now, slowly does not mean speaking in slow motion. Speaking slowly means speaking with your natural rhythm while ensuring that you are speaking every word with clarity. If fast speech is your inherent nature, well, acceptable. Probably you should slow down a little, but still, it's acceptable if you can still speak every word distinctly. If you can still make every word an island, then even fast speech is acceptable. But then some people will still have difficulties understanding you. So try to decelerate a little if you speak too fast. Right then, let's say hello to our fellow participants and let's find out how they're doing. There you go. All right. Pallavi, hello. Unmute yourself.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Good evening. How are you?
Good evening. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm also good, sir.
All right. Practicing well? Practicing regularly?
Yes, yes, sir. I'm
Good.
practicing regularly.
Good. Very good. Very good. Right. Okay. Good
But sir,
evening. Yes.
one thing I have to say that
Hmm.
I'm doing every like spontaneous poetry talk and shadowing daily. But spontaneous speech, I want to admit that sometime I skip. I have skipped one or two speeches. Like so, I have to do more work on spontaneous speech. I think so.
Well, dear Pallavi, I really appreciate you for speaking the truth, but
I have to.
I'll be disappointed if you continue this for long. Get back
No.
on track and
Yes,
practice
sir.
spontaneous speech religiously.
Yes,
All
sir.
the primal techniques have to be practiced regularly. This is what we are going to do for the next 6 months. We'll do nothing
Yes,
else except for some supplements. I call even essential grammar a supplement, right?
yes,
But,
sir.
but supplements are not enough. The primal components of the training program are the ones you need to focus on out and out. So if you're not practicing, if you're not showing enough respect to one of the main pillars of the training program, then you will still improve, but probably that
Yes,
rate of improvement will be grossly compromised. So, my dear, do not miss out on practice. Practice every technique
yes, sir.
every day. Is that clear? Practice
Yes, sir.
each of the three techniques every day. And that's
Yes,
my
sir.
humble request to each one of you, not just Pallavi.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Thank you, Pallavi. Thank you for
From
candidly admitting the
yes, sir.
bit of.
I will practice from now onwards daily.
I'm so happy to know that. I'm so happy to know that. Thank you very much. Are you still in your native place or you've come back?
Yes, I have come back.
Okay, you've come back. Great.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Good evening, Isha. How are you?
Sir, I am fine. How are you?
I'm fine too, Isha. I haven't been seeing you for a long time. You have joined the classes maybe after 4 sessions.
Sorry, sir. I was not able to join the class because of some family issues.
Family issues will keep plaguing each one of us all our lives. Let these family issues not become an impediment on your way to becoming a champ speaker. Don't let these family issues, which are tricky and which are stupid at the same time, they might appear to be very serious and very important things to do. But at the roots, at their base level, they're shallow, typical, what do I call, if you allow me to say that, absolute base level issues these are. Don't let these issues plague you. If somebody has said something to you, hey, Isha, is somebody who speaks a lot, or maybe speaks very little. She actually is very proud of herself. Let them say such things. Right? I'm not talking about your family. I'm not suggesting that your family does this, but there could be
No,
people.
sir. No, no.
I'm saying that people do such things. Oh, Isha, people talk about me in the office. He's always there to demonstrate his linguistic skills. He's such a moron, is actually a moron. Let them call me a moron. Doesn't matter. I am what I am. And I don't even react. There are people who will be saying things to you, things happening around you, which are pretty bad in profession, in your working life, in your personal life, right? Those little bits of politics that happen, right? Maybe you are much better than others in the office, talking about the office atmosphere. You are better than others in a certain area. But those people who are at the helm of affairs will not assign you the work that you are good at, because probably by assigning that work to you, they will be at a loss. They'll be in the end having a sense of defeat, because you'll be doing that work very well. You'll get appreciation for that, and they'll not be very happy with the appreciation that you get. So they will be doing that politicking around you. Do not worry. So let nothing come between you and your practice. Attend the classes with regularity and practice. Isha, you are a girl who is super talented, right? You are super talented. Let these talents get their due. Become a pro speaker. Now that you have decided to be a part of this training program, right?
And I applied, I didn't practice for spontaneous speech. I really feel sorry.
No, Isha, don't do that. Don't do that. There is still a lot of time. You have missed nothing. Those of you who haven't been practicing, to tell the truth, you have still not missed anything. Start from today, right? And if you have that spree of inertia today, maybe, then start from tomorrow, not later than tomorrow, right? Please start the practice regularly. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Isha. One more participant I'll talk to. All right. Let's talk to, I saw Shivam somewhere. Is Shivam there or disconnected for some reason? Shivam is not here. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
This Shivam is
Shivam is very much here. Right. Right. I just wanted the superstar to appear in style. And that is why, I laid this trap for you. Okay, Shivam. Shivam the superstar. What stopped you from attending the class yesterday? Why were you not there?
So yesterday was the Wi-Fi issue there, because the day before yesterday, there was a short circuit in the Geo fiber connections, and their board and connection were like burnt. So there was like a breakdown in the Wi-Fi connection, and at my room there is no network in Geo, so I cannot just watch any video or just attend the class on Zoom. So that was the main issue.
If it was such a major problem, then you are excused. No problem. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Now, importantly, your very dear friend, Mukut Bihari, the wonderful Mukut. Okay. He keeps writing to me all the time as to why he has not been put into a coterie. When will you put me into a coterie? When will I know who are the people I have to discuss things with? He keeps asking me all that. And he never comes for the classes, right? So I do not understand what's going on. Please tell him that I'm eagerly waiting for him to join, right? Because I have a lot of affection for him, just the way I have a lot of affection for you and everybody else in this class. And I want him to become a champ speaker too, right? He's a very bright boy, very knowledgeable. But I certainly feel he has some speech issues. So by doing these classes, he's really going to do himself a world of good.
Yes.
So request Mukut Bihari to join so that I can put him in a coterie as well. All right? Okay.
Sir, Mukut is already in like Coterie 2 or 3. But he is not attending classes. Yes, sir. He is already, sir.
Then why does he write to me all the time about not being a part of a coterie anyway? Now coming to the point.
Sir.
Please understand, all of you, not just now, I'm addressing everybody now. I'm not just addressing Shivam, I'm addressing each one of you. Please appreciate that coterie talk is one of the primal components of this training program. And I do understand that not all of you are free at the same time. I'm talking about a coterie. The coterie members are not all free at the same time to talk. But this is something that you'll have to work out. Let it be in the middle of the night. Let it be at midnight. Let it be early morning, in the early morning. Let it be evening, noon. Doesn't matter. But you have to make sure that you talk, you discuss. If you do not do that, of what use is this training program going to be to you? Because this training program depends on these three components. If you are missing out on coterie talk, it means you are missing out on the craft of speaking in the public. When you speak to others, then your weaknesses actually surface. And you get to know in how much water you stand. When you are talking to 5 other or 4 other people who are listening to you and you are making a mess of your speech, you understand that you are not doing well. And that gives you the craze, the desire to improve and to become better. You have to live through that struggle. If you are not doing coterie talk on a regular basis, sorry, sir, sorry, madam, you are doing a great disservice to yourself. And not only are you harming yourself, you are also harming the prospects of your coterie team members. Don't do that. As a coterie team member, you do not have the right to kill the spoken English prospects of your fellow coterie members. Do not do that. You're axing your feet. You're actually disparaging the training process for yourself. Not only that, you are harming others as well. Why? Who gives you the right to do that? A coterie has to happen every day. Nobody asked you to join the course by keeping the nozzle of a gun at your temple, right? Now that you have made this commitment, I expect you to live up to that commitment. For goodness sake, this is for your good. This is for your good. I mustn't find any of the coteries not functioning on a daily basis. Somebody just casually writes, I'm busy today. Sorry, I don't have the time. Sorry, I have to go somewhere with my friends. Come on. Come on. You are into a professional training. This is going to change your life. This is going to be a life-transforming experience. How can you say that I'll not do the coterie talk today? Coterie talk gives you the opportunity to have conversations. Your conversation style is going to change. It is going to become more professional. You will know how to interact with people around you, how to deal with the ladies, how to deal with the gentlemen, right? How you have to be respectful to both the genders, how decent and sweet you have to be to both women and men. These are the skills you learn in a natural way when you do coterie practice. If you are not doing coterie talk, you miss out on these vital training components. If you think that you can actually decide when to do the coterie and when not to do the coterie, I'm sorry, that is not the way to go. You have to do the coterie talk every day. For my friends who are watching this as a YouTube video, please appreciate that you have to make a coterie at your own end. I do not have the scope to make a team for you. I do not have the scope to make a group for you. You have to choose your friends. You have to make a coterie. The larger the number, the better. But that doesn't mean you should have a group of 100 people. There's a critical limit beyond which you shouldn't move. I wouldn't recommend that you have more than 8 or 9 members in a coterie, right? And at the same time, you mustn't have 2. If you don't have anyone to talk to, well, even 2 will do. But try to make it 3 at least, 3 members in one coterie at least. If you can have 5 or 6, that is the ideal number. 8, very good. But do form a coterie with your friends, with your siblings, with your cousins. If they are not available, maybe with your parents, maybe with your, maybe with your partner, maybe with your children. But for goodness sake, make a coterie because you need to practice conversation. When you are doing spontaneous speech, you're definitely improving your language because you are constantly speaking, and the mind is being forced to generate ideas, and the vocal apparatus is forced to take those ideas and translate them into words, turn them into words. Likewise, shadowing is very important because you are repeating, shadowing, going after an expert non-native speaker or an expert native speaker. So the nuances of that expert speaker will also find way into your speech. The great qualities of the expert speaker will gradually manifest, will slowly but surely come into your speech as well. I'm not saying that you will be aping that expert speaker. No. You will have the same flow and command over the language. You will have the same kind of control. You will have the same kind of confidence. So shadowing and spontaneous undoubtedly are very, very essential. But shadowing and spontaneous do not give you the practice of conversation, real life conversation. What gives you the opportunity and the scope to practice real life conversations? It is the coterie talk. If you miss out on the coterie talk, I'll be very disappointed because it's a very, very crucial part of the training program. From today onwards, every coterie must operate every day. And yes, if someday I miss out on giving you a topic, all of you are adults. You can choose a topic yourself. Of course, it's my duty to be giving you topics on a regular basis, which I'll do. But someday, maybe, when I'm operating from an obscure part of the globe and it's not easy for me to have contact with you or to establish some kind of contact with you through some weakling of an internet, because no internet is available in that obscure part of the world, I possibly cannot give you a topic. Under such circumstances, you as coterie members will decide to speak on a topic. All of you can do that. And when you do coterie talk, remember the vital principles. Focus on what others are saying. Listen to what others are saying. Listen, 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 and listen, listen. You have to listen well. And then when you speak, speak every word with clarity. Let one word not consume the other. Let there be no overlapping of the words. And that can be achieved when you speak slowly. Listen well, speak slowly, and speak substance as far as you can, as much as you can. Those are the secrets to great communication. Let's find out what our humatar friends are doing. Okay? So here we go. Listen to how beautifully they speak. It is almost like listening to some perfect speaker in action, although there's no perfect speaker, not even the humatars are perfect, but you could say their speech is kind of close to being perfect because they speak very well. Listen to the intonations. Listen to how they speak every word with clarity. Every word with clarity. Some of them are somewhat fast, some of them may be slow, but they speak every word with clarity. And that is the magic of speaking. Make yourself more understandable to your listeners. Here we go. So, in the first conversation, just give me a minute. In the first conversation today, we will find two friends talking about change of job, right? So I'll be sharing the screen with you now. And I'll stop it after a few seconds and ask you if the video is audible. And if it is audible, then of course, we will continue. Now, there's the video before you. Let me minimize this one. You have this video before you, right? Just tell me, any one of you can tell me, or all of you can tell me together, if this video is audible. I'm playing it. Just listen for the first 1 or 2 seconds and tell me if it is audible. Playing it.
Hey, Richard. I wanted to talk.
Yes,
sir,
it is audible.
It is
Yes,
audible.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
It is
sir.
good.
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
it is audible.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, learned participants. Now let us watch this video from the start. Here we go.
Hey, Richard. I wanted to talk to you about something.
Sure, what is it?
I've been thinking about changing my job.
Really? What's wrong with your current job?
I'm just not passionate about it anymore. I feel like I'm stuck in a rut, and I need a change.
I see. Have you been looking into any new opportunities?
Yeah, I've been talking to a few different companies. Nothing is concrete yet, but I'm hoping to make a decision soon.
That sounds like a good plan. Just be sure to weigh all your options carefully before making a decision. I guess seeking a job in an information technology firm will be a good option for you. Your master's degree in computer applications will certainly help.
Indeed, I will try. Thanks for the advice.
No problem. Good luck with everything.
All right, so we just saw how two friends are talking about change of job. Now, we have such conversations almost every day. Often we say, I feel I'm underemployed. I want to change my job. This job is not good enough for me. I want to go to some place better. Or I'm an engineer, or I'm an artist, or I'm a writer, or I'm a poet, I'm a musician, I'm a photographer. And this job probably does not offer me the kind of things that I would like to do. So I want to change my job. So you saw two friends. I'm not suggesting that you change your job. I'm just saying that such conversations happen in the daily rigor of life. We see people often talking about possible changes in their opportunities in their jobs. So you saw how two friends discussed as to what they should do, what kind of considerations they must make, what kind of things they must have in mind before they change, before one of the friends changes her job. So these model conversations are not to be emulated, are not to be copied. I'm not suggesting that you follow or copy their intonations, you copy their pronunciation and diction. No, not in the least. All I'm trying to tell you is that you listen to how clearly they speak. It is the style of speaking, the clarity, every word falling in place as a separate entity. That is how you should speak, regardless of when you are speaking. You could be delivering a spontaneous, could be shadowing, could be doing a coterie talk, could be doing some other activity in which you are speaking English. Make sure that you speak every word with distinctness. Distinctness, 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 distinctness. Why repeat it so many times? So that you understand how important it is. Let's move on to the next conversation. In the next conversation, our humatar friends are talking about soccer. You know, football is called soccer in North America. Some people call it football as well. In America, football is a different game. It's not the game that comes to our mind when we say football. For them, football is different and soccer is different. Of course, if you have been to Europe, to countries such as England or France, they call that sport football, like us, right? So here, soccer means football. Two teams are playing, each trying to score goals against the other. That is soccer. That is football. So here we have two friends. Here we have two friends or two colleagues who are talking about how a game went. They are probably, they both support the same team, and they are discussing how the game that was played a day before went. So let's see. Let's find out what they are saying. You have any problems with the sound at any point of time, I'm not going to stop the video. If you have any trouble with the sound, then please leave a message for my team to read, or you can just unmute your mic and even tell me. So here we go.
Hey Richard, did you see the soccer game last night?
Yeah, it was unbelievable. I can't believe they came back from being down 3-0.
I know. It's like they were a different team in the second half.
Yeah, it was crazy. I'm just glad they won.
Me too. That would have been a tough loss to take.
For sure. Well, I gotta go. Talk to you later.
Alright, see you later.
Okay, remember, if you have to break a talk, these are some of the cues that you must pick up from our humatar friends. Now, Richard apparently had some issue. He had to go somewhere. So when he had to move, he respectfully said, well, I got to go. I have to go. I got to go. I have to go. I must go. Any of these expressions will work for you. But say it respectfully. Respectfully. Right? Give respect to your listener. If you cannot give respect to your listener or listeners, you are not a good communicator. That respect must show in your words. All right. Moving on to the next humatar video. Here we have two friends talking about salary hikes and promotion. Salary hikes and promotion. We talk about salary hikes and promotion all the time, right? So let's see what these two friends are discussing. If anybody has any issue, please let me know, right? Very important that you tell me. So if you can't hear the voice, if you can't hear the audio, or there could be some other reasons, you can unmute your mic and tell me. So here we have two friends talking about salary hikes and promotion. Let's hear what they're saying.
So Bob, I heard that you're up for a salary hike and promotion.
Yeah, I am. I'm really excited about it.
Congratulations. That's excellent news.
Thanks. I'm really hoping that it comes through.
I'm sure it will. You deserve it.
Thanks, Catherine. I appreciate your support. When is your promotion due?
Oh, I'm not up for an upgrade.
What? Why not? You're one of the most hardworking people I know.
I don't know. My boss just doesn't seem to think I'm worthy of it.
That's unfortunate. You absolutely deserve a promotion. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Thanks, Bob. That means a lot coming from you.
Anytime. We should celebrate your promotion when it comes through. Drinks on me.
So the two friends are talking about salary hikes and promotions. See how Bob is showing respect to his friend. It is her promotion he is interested in. It is her upgrade in salary that he is interested in. He is so respectful to his friend, and it's quite understandable that they have been friends for long, because the kind of tonalities they are using in their conversation, although they are respectful to each other, but from the way they are speaking to each other, it is apparent, it is clear that they have been friends for long, they have been colleagues for long. And see, what did Bob say? That's very unfair. I know you are one of the most hardworking people in the office. Now listen to me, when you get your promotion, we'll have a great party. and the drinks are on me, which basically means that, yes, the party will be from my side. You get the promotion, I'll throw the party, because that is the kind of affection, that is the kind of care, that is the kind of love I have for you. This is what you call friendship. This is what you call caring for others, right? So moving on to the next video, if you're respectful and loving to others, you will get that respect and love back. And probably you will stand to gain. If you show love or affection or respect to somebody, you will get love, affection, or respect in multiple quantities back. Okay, so you'll be happy with the Prophet. Now we have two people, two friends, who are talking about music. Who are talking about music. Now, it's a very interesting subject. I also feel it's very interesting because I'm also keenly interested in music. I've never been trained in music, but I do have the ears to listen to good music. I really love listening to the great classical compositions of Mozart or Beethoven, and it is really quite a pleasure to listen to light music as well. Sometimes even Bollywood stuff. In fact, I can tell you that there are two singers. Okay, let me see if you have heard of them. How many of you have heard of K.L. Sehgal? K.L. Sehgal. Raise your hands. K.L.
Yes.
Sehgal. Okay, Kirti has heard of K.L. Sehgal. Anybody else? Haven't? Okay, Sneha has heard of K.L. Sehgal. Who else? Who else? That's all. No. Listen to the classic Bollywood pieces. Listen to K.L. Sehgal. You'll love his songs, right? Great singer. Great singer means great singer. All right. Now, how many of you have heard of Geeta Dutt? How many of you have heard of Geeta Dutt? Raise your hands. Okay, Kirti has heard. Who else? Geeta Dutt? Only one? Such a great singer. Come on. Am I to believe that you are not interested in Bollywood music? How many of you are interested in Bollywood music? Raise your hands. Raise your hands. Okay, Manisha, Shivam, Sushmita, Kirti. Okay. What about you, Lekha? Lekha, aren't you interested in Bollywood music?
No, sir. I feel like I'm some mature enough. I listen many times Om chanting and
All right, all right.
Mrityunjay.
Okay, great, great, great. Okay, now another question, last question. Okay, before I take you to this conversation between the two friends, how many of you have heard of Kishore Kumar? Kishore Kumar. Okay, hands have gone up. Okay, okay, okay. All right. Manisha, can you sing a line from any of his songs? Manisha, can you just sing a line from any of his songs? Go ahead. Go ahead. Show your confident self.
Sir, I do not recall a song like this, but I can sorry.
You don't recall a single song? Even one line will do. One line will do.
Sir, actually, I'm confused.
All right, all right. No problem.
Sir, can I suggest some song to her so that she can sing?
Okay, okay. Okay, Sushmita, go ahead.
It's दिन तुझ जाने बिन पहचान kind of मैंने हृदय से लगाया. This song, do you know this song?
I know the song Anamika, but I'm not ready to sing, sorry.
The song is Meri Bhigi Bhigi Si
Yeah.
Palko Pe Reh Gaye. Okay, go ahead. Manisha, please sing a line for us.
Sir, I have this bad memory for remembering lyrics. Sorry.
Okay, next time.
Can I suggest?
Okay, suggest. Yes, Neha, go ahead.
एक लड़की भीगी भागी सी सोती, ये तो सुना होगा शायद.
I have heard all the songs, but you sing really well. I will prefer listening you.
Okay. Acha,
She is
Sneh.
making excuse.
Oh, okay, some other day, some other day. By the way, Sneha, I heard something like "Ye to suna hoga." What does that mean? I don't understand that language. I don't understand that language. Ye to suna hoga, ye to shuna hoga, ye to. What did you say? What did you say? Was that Latin, Sanskrit? Um, uh, what? Some kind of a lost Aravallian tongue? What language is that?
You can imagine, sir, and any of them.
All right. So let's listen to what these two friends are discussing. Okay? All right, here we go. Here we go. So, two friends are discussing music. Just 1 second. Just give me a moment and I will share the screen with you. Here you go. And listen to the conversation now.
Ethel, I just love music, don't
It's my life. I can't imagine going a day without it.
Me too. What kind of music do you like?
Oh, all kinds. But I especially love classical and jazz.
Classical is great for relaxing, but jazz gets your toes tapping, doesn't it?
Absolutely. I could listen to jazz forever.
Well, we have different tastes in music, but that makes life more interesting, don't you think?
I do. And I'm glad we can share our love of music. It's one of the best things in life, don't you agree?
Absolutely. Music is the fuel of our lives, and I wouldn't want it any other way.
Okay, so one of the friends says, music is the fuel of our lives, and I wouldn't want it otherwise. If you are used to reading my books, you might have come across such expressions. That is kind of Biswajit Banerjee doing the talking through one of the humatar characters. But I hope you like the expressions. You like it. If you don't like the way the words are spoken, at least you pick up the intonations, pick up how beautifully they are speaking. They're speaking with so much of clarity, right? Music is the fuel of our lives, and I wouldn't want it otherwise. And I believe music is my fuel too. I absolutely love music. Western classical, Hindustani, Carnatic, and I love to listen to Geeta Dutt. What a great singer she was. Geeta Dutt was such a great singer. Listen to some of the Geeta Dutt songs today, if you can, right? Absolutely. I mean, it's really a rivulet of nectar. Geeta Dutt's voice was so lovely, so brilliant. Listening is believing. Absolutely love Geeta Dutt. It's really sad that she went too early. She went too early. Otherwise, we would have had a treasure of her songs. We already have many, but we would have had many more songs sung by her. Great singer. Absolutely great singer. Okay, moving on. In the next conversation, we see two friends discussing movies. They are discussing movies. So, here we go. Here we go. Let's see what these two friends are talking about, right? They're discussing movies. Very common topic. We all discuss movies, don't we? Let's hear this.
Hey Steve, what's your favorite movie?
That's tough. I really like a lot of movies.
Yeah, me too. It's hard to choose just one.
Alan, I think my favorite movie is Ghost in the Bureau.
Oh, that's a great movie. I love that one too.
What about you? What is your favorite movie?
I too like a lot of movies. But if I had to choose just one, I would say, The Unreal Reality.
Oh yeah. That's a great movie.
I've seen it a few times.
It's one of those movies that you can watch over and over again and never get bored.
I know what you mean. Some movies are unforgettable.
Okay, so you hear two friends discussing movies. Now, may I bring your attention back to the fact that you are not supposed to be doing a copycat of this. You don't have to become a copycat of these characters. No, that's not why these model conversations are played. These model conversations are played so that you keep in your mind at all times that you have to listen. And when you listen to the speaker, to the one who's speaking to you, you also show her or him a lot of respect. If there's a lady or a gentleman talking to me, I will pay all the focus I have at my disposal, or at least I'll try to place all my focus that I can command on what she or he is saying. That is how I show her or him respect. By listening to somebody intently, you show her or him respect. That is number one. Number two, you absorb what she or he is saying. And when you understand well what she or he is saying, you can come up with a more pertinent, relevant, sweet, lucid, and meaningful response. Sometimes, even if you are falling short of words and ideas while framing a response to what she or he has said, you can take cues from the words she or he has used. Use her or his words to frame your sentence. For example, somebody might ask you, this morning, I really had a very rough time. I got late and didn't even have time to eat my breakfast. You have to form a response. You could say, well, today in the morning, I too had a rough time. You made a response simply by taking cues from what he or she said. Another example. This new boss appears to be crazy. He wants you to stay after 5:30 p.m. And how difficult it is for a working woman like me to be staying beyond 5:30, given the fact that I have to discharge so many responsibilities at home as well. My mother-in-law doesn't keep well. My father-in-law is also quite elderly and he needs care. My husband comes very late from the office. And my two daughters are craving for my attention. Now, how can I stay beyond 5:30? You as a person do not have any cue as to what you should say or what originally you could say. Just take cues from her words. Yes, I understand. Children are always craving for attention. And elderly, especially when they are unwell, need attention as well. You just formed a response by using the raw materials available to you. From where? From what she just said. So that is how you can make use of the words and phrases and sentences of the speaker or the person who is speaking to you. Are you getting my point? Understanding what I'm trying to say? Say yes aloud, yes.
Yes, sir. It is quite clear and understand.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. With that, yes, on that positive note, I say goodbye today. Next 4 days, I'll be in Aizawl, Mizoram, so I will not be able to take live classes. But of course, you will have fresh shadowing files to practice with, and I'll ensure that you get your topics for practice every day. So the next live class is going to happen from Thursday onwards. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the next 3 live classes, and thereafter from Monday to Friday, right? Why will I be conducting a class next Saturday as well? Because you'll be missing out on a few classes in between. So Thursday, I'm returning. Thursday in the evening, we are going to have a class. Friday, we are going to have a class. Saturday, we are going to have a class. Of course, the Saturday class will be somewhat shorter. Thereafter, from Monday to Friday, and thereafter for a long time, I believe I'll not be going on any tour. So we will have a rather consistent, regular training program, right? Thank you very much, each one of you, for joining this program today. I understand during the weekends, you are in a different kind of a mood, and it's not easy to be listening to lectures, but you show your commitment, you show your zeal to become a better version of yourself by being a part of this training program. Thank you very much, each one of you. Good night and take good care. I see you again on Thursday.
Bye.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
Have a safe and happy journey, sir.
Happy journey,
Thank
sir.
you.
Good night.
Thank you so much.
Happy journey.
Thank you. Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much. Take care and good night.
Thank you.